Good morning. Welcome to the Wichita Police Department Interwatch, October 20th. Anybody know what day it is?
October 20th.
Friday. That's right. Friday, October 20th. Another week. Hope everybody's had a great week. We have a couple Interwatch items today that we're going to go over. Actually, three. I apologize. Three items we're going to cover today in our Interwatch. We're going to be talking about the aggravated robbery. Occurred in the 1100 block of East Crowley last night. Also, there was a shooting that was reported around the area of Lincoln and Rock Road. We'll give an update on that case, or give some information on that case, and then give some information on a camera-based traffic enforcement that was worked downtown on the 18th, a couple of days ago. So we'll give this information out this morning. Again, first one, aggravated robbery from a person. Case number 72280. 72280. 1100 block of East Crowley, about 7:45 last night. Officers were dispatched to an armed robbery in the 1100 block of East Crowley. When officers arrived, they made contact with a 26-year-old male victim. The victim is a Pizza Hut delivery driver and stated that he had just completed making a delivery to a residence in the 1100 block of East Crowley. And when he returned to his vehicle, there was a dark SUV that pulled up, and two unknown suspects got out of that dark SUV. One suspect was armed with a firearm, and the suspects demanded money. Money was given to the suspects, and then they again fled in that same dark SUV vehicle. There were no injuries in the case, and we ask the community, if they have any information on this, to please call our case detectives at 268-4407, or you can always remain anonymous if you call Crime Stoppers at 267-2111. Suspect description. First one, unknown black male, 6 foot, 250 pounds. Blue jeans, red shirt, and had an unknown type of firearm. Second one, unknown black male, 6 foot, skinny, black shirt, blue jeans. So any information that the community would have would be beneficial to help us on this case.
So this delivery driver had just been...
All right, second case we're going to talk about is the aggravated battery, the shooting that came out last night, approximately 6:30 p.m. 900 block of South Rock Road was the incident location. Thursday, October 19th at approximately 6:30 p.m., officers were dispatched to a walk-in shooting at the Fire Station 15, which is located at 7923 East Lincoln. When the officers arrived, they made contact with a 27-year-old female and also a 21-year-old male. The female had a gunshot wound to her chest, and the male had a stab wound to his arm. Both victims were taken to an area, both individuals were taken to an area hospital for medical treatment. The female was in serious condition. The male sustained non-life-threatening injury. Through the investigation, it was learned that an argument had ensued between the male and the female. When the male was cut on the arm with a knife, the male then had obtained a firearm and shot the female one time in the chest. The male was arrested and booked into jail for aggravated battery, domestic violence, possession of marijuana with intent to sell, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And it's still an active investigation. We're still working through the investigation on this case.
What's the relation between the female and the male?
They're going to be boyfriend, girlfriend, I believe.
So did they go to the fire station to seek help, or?
Yeah, either to seek help or to get 911 called, something, but they did go to that fire station.
Did they walk in or did they drive to?
I don't know if they drove there and then walked in the station, but we were dispatched to that station.
Did this all happen like in an apartment and house? Or
Right, in an apartment there in the 900 block of South Rock Road.
Do you know what the argument was about?
I don't.
And do you know how much marijuana he had?
I don't know. But through the investigation, marijuana was located, and he was booked for possession with intent to sell.
Was it on him?
I don't believe it was on. I believe it was in the apartment.
You said that the male was
Mhm.
first, so the female cut him in the arm. Is that correct?
From our investigation at this point, we believe that's what has occurred, yes.
And then was that the male's gun or the female's gun? Do we know?
I don't know the owner. A handgun was recovered during this investigation. I don't have an ownership of that gun.
You know what she cut him with?
A knife.
What are their conditions now? Are they out of the hospital?
Yeah, he was booked into jail, the male. I don't have an update status on the female.
Obviously, it's domestic violence awareness.
Yes.
Month. Just 2 days ago, you guys brought a bunch of
Mhm.
folks out here. This is a domestic violence related incident.
Sure.
Can you tell us if the numbers are in line with last year, domestic violence calls? Can you just address domestic violence since it is awareness month?
Yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me. That's something I would have to research to get those numbers. Something I definitely could do. But obviously, if you know of somebody that's involved in a volatile situation, a volatile relationship, there's different resources, different avenues, and we bring those to light during Domestic Violence Awareness Month just to keep that conversation fresh. But it's something that's available any month of the year. And there's a lot of different other resources. You always call police department if somebody's involved in some type of volatile relationship and needs assistance. You can call Harbor House. You can call Catholic Charities. You can call Wichita Area Sexual Assault Center. There's a lot of different avenues that's assistance for men and women who are involved in volatile relationships, domestic violence relationships.
Do you know if she's going to face any charges?
I don't know at this point. It's still an active investigation. We're still investigating it. Just this is what has occurred to this point and what we've learned through the investigation at this point. Well, last thing I want to cover is a camera-based traffic enforcement we did in the Old Town area. Areas that were watched or observed were first in Washington, second in Washington, and third in Meade. This occurred on the 18th, a couple days ago. Again, traffic safety is a high priority for the Wichita Police Department, and we're using many different tools and resources to keep citizens safe that travel on our streets. It occurred for about 2 hours. Overall, there was 53 violations called out. 50 citations were written. There was 5 warnings. 3 were run red light. 14 were run a stop sign. 28 turning violations. 1 drive on suspended. There was 2 no driver's license in possession citations. 1 no insurance. 1 seatbelt violation, and a suspicious character case was made under 71942. So, good work by the officers involved in this camera-based traffic enforcement and keeping our streets safe.
What do you mean by camera?
They use the downtown camera system to monitor the violations, and then we utilize radio traffic to have officers stop those violators and issue citations.
Is this the first time you guys have done camera-based traffic enforcement?
It may, if it's not the very first, if it isn't the very first, it's one of the very first times. I'll have to ask if we've done this previous to this. I believe it is the first, but I have to verify that.
What is prompting you guys to use the camera-based traffic enforcement?
Well, just again, traffic safety is something of a high priority of the Wichita Police Department. We want visitors, people that work in the area, that travel on foot in the area, to be safe. And our camera system in the downtown is relatively new, and it's a tool that we can utilize. So we're always, as a police department, proactively looking at how can we utilize new tools, new ways to enforce crime, to keep the community safe, to keep our streets safe. And this is an avenue and a way that we can do that, and being proactive as we address traffic concerns throughout our city.
Do you know how many cameras are involved?
I don't. There was 3 locations. I don't know how many cameras that were involved. I know that when we launched the camera system, there were so many that were in place, and they were still added. There were going to be more added. I don't know if those have been added yet or not. But 3 locations: first in Washington, second in Washington, third in Meade, were the areas that we were monitoring.
When did you originally start the cameras placement?
When?
Yeah, when did you originally?
Earlier this year. Mm-hmm.
And what is the overall plan? Do you have an overall goal? all over town, or is there an overall goal of what you would like to do with these eventually?
I don't know. I know right now we were focusing on the Old Town area and helping with enforcement in the Old Town area, especially during busy times when establishments are closing and there's a lot of patrons, a lot of citizens in that area. It helps us monitor that area. We've used them to lead to arrests. I put out that information a couple weeks ago where we had an arrest in an aggravated battery case. We were able to track the suspect and arrest him utilizing the cameras. So it's a great tool for the Wichita Police Department to continue to be proactive. A long-term goal right now is just to focus on the Old Town area. Will it extend from there? I don't think I can, premature for me to answer that right now. Anything else?
Any update on some documents we requested last week involving an officer and an alleged auto accident?
I don't have any updates on that, but we will get the documents as soon as we can.
You feel it'll be early next week, or?
It should be, and I'll contact your news director, but hopefully by early next week.
Any
Yes.
update on the investigation?
No, I don't have any update. Anything else?
Could you give us that case number?
Yes.
Regarding the shooting?
Oh yes, 72246. 72246. Have a great Friday, everybody. I appreciate you coming.